Hey guys, this is Mr. Quality Reviewer here bringing you a quick review and comparison of the OG ISO chain and the isomax. This is the original bar from the ISO chain, right? Now, I've had issues with it because the little piece here for battery, the battery case is broken. So as you can see here, if I zoom in a little bit, that there's like a little crack or a little chip on the door. It's hard to get off, and the pull mechanism for the battery is actually broken too. Where the isomax bar doesn't have that, it has the charger. They look the same, but there's a lot of difference. One, this bar is a little bit thinner, so it does have a little bit more of a bend to it, but the grip is better for gripping around. The thicker bar on this one here, it's actually thicker. The gripping is a little bit thicker, which is, it kind of gets a little harder to put like a pull on. Now you try to pull it, it's a little bit different. So like there's a little bit less grip. Like it's hard to get a grip on it for the wider handle, but it's also durable. It's much thicker, and it's more heavy duty actually. Another thing here is that this one has a little indent in it, kind of protecting the screen a little bit. So if you lay it flat, where this one here, it's a flat cover. It's a little bit of looks like a little bit of a bigger of a readout, but it's a flat cover. And you can, if you lay it down, you might scratch it, I guess, by accident. Now, is it worth it to get the isomax bar? I kind of still think it is, because the isomax bar is just more durable and has less issues with the battery case cover and having to disc with the battery. I think because when you pull it, the actual pieces inside the actual unit gets a little bit distended, or like it shifts a little bit. And that might be causing the problems inside with this little thing here. It could be, a lot of issues if like it says that the battery's drained sometimes, but it's really not, because the batteries shift inside. But this door is a big problem because it does chip off, and it's very thin, which isn't really good in the long run. I think the durability is actually with the isomax bar, and I think that the isomax bar is definitely worth it, even though it has a thicker grip. And some people might like that, some people don't. I think that it's not a deal breaker. But for me, I don't like the thicker grip because it's harder to get when you're pulling on when you're doing like a deadlift. I think this bar is actually easier to use, the iso chain bar. It's much better for getting that strong grip for a deadlift. Now, the difference between, in my opinion, of course, the noise, but everyone says it, versus this, is that this one here feels more like a heavier weight because of the chain and the spring, and this thing bends a little bit. So there's a little more of a give, and at the lower levels, it feels better. Like you're doing more strength training in a way. Like it's a different feel, but I like that little bit of a give, and it wants to go back. So it's a better, like, kind of a better resistance. Where this one is more like stable. This thing's very light, but it's very strong. Like I can pull on it, it will not bend really at all. It's a very durable little plate. Now, I do use both in my workouts. Now, with the lower stuff like deadlift and like lower back work, I like this one better because, A, of course, the feel, but with the chain, it's from the bottom. So you bottom, you clip, and you just have to maybe, I didn't tape it, but you should tape the ones you feel most comfortable with. I didn't tape it. I'm pretty good with guessing where they are. So when I do like a lot of lower back work, I do it with the iso chain, because it's the chain is at the bottom, so the clip's at the bottom, so it's easier just to maneuver the bottom. With the isomax, I used to do like more of an upper body, like maybe my biceps, going over the head, any of the upper part. I like this one because it's so light, and this one clips into each individual, so it's very light. So it's easy for me just to grab the bar, clip it in, And it's easier with the higher levels because it's just so easy. It's just so light. Where the chain is more of a pain in the butt. You have to kind of go down, rechain it. It's not as easy. You know, you have to kind of follow with this to get higher up. Where this one here, it's easy just to keep going up because it just clips into each individual loop. In my previous videos, the loop, for example, though, is harder to get. It's not as easy as people think. I mean, it's easy to get the position, you know, like you have a 3 or a 4. But when you're putting this hook in, it kind of gets caught. So sometimes it gets caught and you have to kind of force it in. So it's kind of annoying actually to do that. For me, it's annoying. Like it's just an extra thing where this one, you just snap it in, you know, snap it. It's not that hard. And this one has a little bit of a turn to it. Like this little chain piece here, this turn, makes it easy to maneuver it no matter what. Like this one here, there's not a turning mechanism. So you just have to turn the plate if you're in the wrong way. I mean, I guess it's annoying, or this gets a little bunched up, or like it's twisted this way. I just turn the plate, you know, because the plate is lighter, where this one, it just has the freedom, you know. It's a good turn, and it's just a freedom to move. So, I mean, that's really the comparison I can do for them, like what I think about them. I think this is a good upgrade. I mean, if you have both, I would suggest maybe use both, to be honest with you. If you're like an isochain, isobar fanatic, you can get both. I think they have their advantages. For me, it's like lower body, like lower back. It's better with this because of the position that it's in, and plus the bend in the bar. And with upper body to make it faster, just clip this one here and there. You know, just clip it higher because you can lift it up and just change the clip. I mean, I have my phone. I can't really demonstrate it, but also this clip does get caught on this strap sometimes. So it's just kind of annoying. But definitely when you're doing a lot of upper chain movements like the chest or up over the shoulders, this one's the better deal. If you have an opportunity to get the bar, I think this bar is just the winner. Better quality, more durable. If the gripping is a big problem, but you know, some people won't have that problem. The old isomax bar, not as good. Or isochain bar, not as good. There's obviously problems. That's why I think they stopped selling it. I think that is actually a better design with this than with this. I don't think it'll last any longer. It hasn't lasted me longer. So Dragon Door is pretty smart to basically replace this and use this bar and not use this one. In all honesty, it's definitely, you know, definitely a better bar. Other than that, everything works fine. Very durable. There's my other plate that they gave me back in the day. And, you know, this bar broke, but they gave me this bar, the other bar, like the isomax bar. But I ended up, it wasn't in good shape, and ended up selling it. And I actually ended up buying the isomax anyway, because they're such a good company with returns. They don't give you any problems. They don't ask for even a send back, which is crazy, but it's really a testimonial how good the product is. And I don't see many of them being sold on the market. That means obviously people keep them. They're very, you know, they must love them, and I love mine too. Definitely a good way of training for me. Love it. Love both of them. As I said, disadvantages, advantages. And also with this one here, if you're doing on the ground and pulling like a row, I see this one's the better one than this, because this plate's heavy and it bends a little bit. It's kind of hard to get your footing underneath here. Where this one here is very light. Where it's very light. And it's definitely a good product. So yeah, anyway, that's really my review. A quick review, a quick comparison. Love both these items. I hope you enjoy them if you get them. And honestly, if you're only stuck with this is a very good item. Still, you have to fidget with the lower part. But definitely, this is definitely worth it. Definitely worth the money. If you have both, for me, use one for lower body, one for more upper body work. Mix them in together. You get faster switches. You know, you can use both of them for a faster workout. It's great. So that's it basically. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try to upload more stuff for you when it comes along. Maybe another update video on my total gym, an update on my Versa Climber maybe. And I still have to do another video with the Gripzilla Tornado with the pink pads. I haven't received them, but let's see if they change the dynamics of that workout. Thank you guys. Have a good one.